If you live in a rural community, you may be at risk during an emergency. About 57 million people throughout the country rely on volunteer medical services, but many smaller communities are having trouble filling the jobs. News 8 Now's Jordan Fremstad tells us how local agencies are handling a shortage of EMS candidates.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. 1/3 of rural emergency medical services are in immediate operational jeopardy. Now, that's according to the latest National Rural Health Association policy brief. Now, it's not just rural communities. Even full-time agencies like Tri-State Ambulance face yearly challenges to recruit new EMTs. Paramedics are also vital to help people when time is not on their side.
I went to Main Street South for an accident with injuries.
It's a job for a person with the right mindset.
And you never know what you're going to get until the phone rings.
You got to be able to kind of handle any situation when you're called.
Anderson on Alaska Clinic.
To help people in critical moments.
It's a hard challenge, but someone has to really fall in love with it.
Love that Jeff Kane has had for more than a decade.
305,
You always feel like you made some kind of impact because maybe you don't have that feel, but the person that you're helping, it does.
Communities around the country continue to struggle finding qualified people for this important job.
It can be very challenging to recruit both EMTs and paramedics.
Copy rescue on and out.
Tri-State Ambulance Operations Manager Kent Stein says the job has its obvious challenges.
It's so important to understand the magnitude of it. It is the best of times and worst of times scenario.
However, he says they work hard to find people like Nate Post, who is on day one of the job.
It's nice to see people's reaction when you give them a service, when you are able to help them in their time of need when other people won't.
Post worked as a volunteer EMT in Iowa prior to coming to La Crosse. You could say it's also a family tradition.
My dad's done it for 35 years on a volunteer service. My uncle's on a paid service.
Rural communities are severely struggling to keep EMT services running because they are made up of volunteers and part-time people.
So they have full-time jobs already. And then trying to get someone to get into this field is even harder because they're doing it part-time.
For me, it was, I think, 3 months of classroom time plus clinical hours.
This job isn't easy, but the rewards of the trade are reflected on those who choose to wake up and do this every day.
A lot of people see you, but they don't really understand the job itself until you do it. And it's very rewarding.
Not many people get to follow their passion and work their passion, and now I get to.
Now, officials at Tri-State Ambulance say they rely largely on graduates from Western Technical College's EMT program for candidates. They say the more transparency they tell people about the job itself, they'll gain interest in the field. Mike?
Thanks a lot, Jordan. If you would like information about Western's EMT program, we'll have it on our website, news8000.com.